Good morning, guys. I'm excited to read this horror book I wrote for you guys. You call it science fiction, whatever you want to call it. Um, I'm excited to give you guys all the books I write. Honestly, I love doing it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting me. This one today is about witches. In case you guys don't know your history, I mean, witches run deep. They're no joke. No joke. They never have been. I know a few of them personally. I also know guys that are into somewhat of witchcraft. Like they worship like dolls, like little dolls, for their illegal activities. And they're just weird. Like they get into like praising these dolls and whatever they do, and I mean, I guess it works for them. I don't know. Yeah, some things like this it's real, and it's what it is. So yeah, so I hope you guys like it, and thank you again. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. This one's called A Witch's Way. In 1991, Kayla is born to a hardworking father who is a lawyer with many clients and much respect, and a stay-at-home mother who happens to be a witch. She is a good witch, though. She believes in higher powers, and she tries to help people with her powers. Her mother was a good witch, and her grandmother was the same. So her mother's mother. So it was obviously passed down to Kayla. Her mother really enjoys it and teaches Kayla as she is getting older. The father is not a big fan of this, but he trusts his wife's judgment. Kayla really gets fascinated with this and loves learning new things. It's a mother-daughter bond. Also, along with other things like making clothes and learning how to cook, trying new recipes. They do a lot together. Kayla and her mother, Josephine, that's her mother's name, are extremely close. But when Kayla is just about to turn 11 years old, her mother, Josephine, gets very ill, and she is diagnosed with cancer. And it happens to be one of the worst ones. And for that, there's no cure. Her mother passes away very young, or very quickly. 3 months after she was diagnosed, the mother passes away. She becomes weak and passes away. Kayla is devastated. She becomes bitter to everyone, her father, everyone. The father brings in psychiatrists, regular doctors, everything. He tries everything to make sure his daughter is okay. After a few months, Kayla starts coming around. Her father and her become very close again. She goes on to high school and loves it. She has a lot of friends, and she ends up having a few boyfriends. Not at the same time, she doesn't have boyfriends, but different times. She goes through a couple small relationships. Puppy love, you want to call it that. She ends up getting let down by these young boys. We all know how that goes. A few times, she gets let down by these young boys a few times, and it bothers her. Her father helps her out with it, though, and he helps her understand being young and in relationships. You know, it's a learning process. He teaches her, you know, these things are going to happen. Tries to be patient with her. Not soon later, she meets a nice guy, and they get very involved with each other. She seems happy, and they go on dates and hang out all the time, doing almost everything together. In the meantime, her father gets arrested for mispractice. He is caught doing some illegal things, such as stealing from his clients. He goes to prison. Sorry. He goes to prison now for 5 years, and Kayla is once again devastated. She believes her father was set up. She goes to live with her father's brother, who is in the same town, which is good. She stays with all the same people, in her town, so she doesn't have to move away or nothing. But now her boyfriend ends up cheating on her, like really, really quick after her father goes to prison. Like it's like within a few days. The boyfriend cheats on Kayla with one of Kayla's friends too on top of it. So it was very devastating for her on top of what's going on with her father. Kayla ends up finding out because the friend feels guilty and tells her. She turns all this worse. Kayla turns all this worse when she starts practicing witchcraft again. But this time it is the evil witchcraft. She's not thinking clearly and doesn't even know what she is getting herself into. The uncle is trying to be there for her, along with other family and her friends as well, but she isolates herself from everyone. All she does is practice this evil witchcraft. She reads book after book, spell after spell. She gets good at it. But what makes her so powerful? Sorry, all these cars coming by. What makes her so powerful is that she has the good witch in her from her mother that she learned all those years, and now she's got the bad witch that she's been studying. So it makes her like real dangerous. She starts trying it out on people. She makes her friend that did her wrong. She makes her friend have bad acne all over her face, her whole body, and makes her hair start falling out. She makes another girl just scared of everything. Her own self. She can't even look at herself in the mirror, so she's scared of her own shadow pretty much. She just makes this girl scared of everything. She's having anxiety, and she don't know what's wrong with her. Like it's just hitting her, but it's because Kayla put something on her. She really goes for revenge with her ex-boyfriend. She acts like she is fine with whatever happened in the past, and when he's sleeping, she casts a spell on him to where she controls his mind. She does this to a number of guys. She is controlling them whenever she wants. She loves making them embarrass themselves. But then she starts making them evil and hurting other people. And hurting other women's feelings in the meantime also. So she's making them go in relationships and hurt other girls. It's all coming from her pain too, though. The father becomes very religious in prison, and he has a bad feeling about his daughter. So he contacts his brother and asks if he can get the best priest possible to sit down with Kayla. So his brother does this. He does his research and finds the best around, he thinks. He goes to the church to meet with the priest. And immediately the priest knows something's wrong. He can feel it. The priest doesn't even need an explanation. He just agrees to meet with Kayla. He already knows something's up. The priest's name is Father Gorman, which was his name. And he goes that very same day. He doesn't waste any time. He goes that very same day to the uncle's house to have a sit down with Kayla. And immediately she tries to put her witchcraft on the priest. The priest cannot believe how powerful she is. After 2 days of trying and bringing in one more priest to help, they finally crack her. They crack the forces. they get in and they wipe that whatever they wipe it right out of her as best they can, and it lets all the people that she was controlling, and it lets them go. They're not under her power no more. People go back somewhat normal. They don't even know they didn't even know what was going on. Kayla herself was in a trance, and she doesn't know what she was doing half the time. She was just too involved. The father gets the good news, and he's happy that she's okay. The priests that took care of Kayla and this problem were very happy to help and get this done also. They were happy with their work. Everybody was, happy. But we don't know what the future holds for Kayla. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. What she's going to do with her witchcraft, because it's not leaving her. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, this is one of my other horror books I got. I'm gonna have some comedy books coming. Yeah, but like I said, guys, I don't know, I like all that stuff. Like I said before, I like all that stuff. But I appreciate you guys again. Thank you, and if you want to check me out on other social platforms, I'm on Facebook, Stephen Anthony. Shoot me a message, whatever. God bless, guys.